What's happening, internet? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Adrian, aka Foamm Cosplay. If you're new to my channel, I make a lot of cosplay tutorials, movie and TV reviews, fan films, fitness and fandom, and everything else in between. So if you like my content, please make sure to leave a like, comment, definitely subscribe to my channel. Today we're gonna go over how I made my Snake Eyes cosplay. That includes what I'm wearing for my loadout, as well as how to make a helmet inspired by the new Snake Eyes movie. Without further ado, let's get creative. For this build, you'll need the following costume pieces. Black jungle combat boots, motorcycle shin guards, optional, black tactical gloves, 2 belts or rifle slings, a duty belt which will go around your waist, pouches. These are from my multi-tool and my brass knuckles. These are some police mag pouches, and this is a medic pouch. A hip holster, you could use a drop leg if you want, as well as a pistol to go inside it. I'm using a Glock 35 airsoft, an SMG, in this case an MP7, and a hand grenade. Just make sure you don't accidentally pull the pin out before, oh crap, run! And what really makes a Snake Eyes cosplay, the katana, which you will be wearing on your back. You'll also need a black turtleneck sweater and black cargo or tactical pants. This is a mock-up of what they should look like together. You just slide your pouches through, and then to keep it simple, I just zip-tied my katana to the leather belt and then hooked my MP7 to the rifle sling so that it hung behind my hip holster. Ignore the ski mask, that's for show. I'm gonna be teaching you how to make Snake Eyes' helmet from the new movie instead. To start off, after gathering all of my reference images, I first made a sketch of the helmet just to simplify the shapes to see how I was gonna cut it out. You'll know the drill, you'll know how I make props. Starting out with the sketch of the front and then dividing the different pieces. I divided the shape into the front mask, the visor, the ear pieces, the base dome, and the mohawk type pieces. The first piece I made was the face mask to build some level of confidence. I just sketched it out, made sure that the dimensions were the same on both sides. An easy way to measure how much you should be wrapping around your face is you just take the end of your thumb and the end of your pinky finger, then just spread that across your face to get the right dimensions. We call that dangkal. It's not a precise measurement, but it'll do just fine. Once I was happy with it, I then cut it out. You can start preliminary shaping of the face mask, but to really get the shape to hold, you're going to have to heat it up with the heat gun later. You should pinch it down the middle and then flare out the sides. Gives you enough room for your mouth and your nose. The earpieces are simple. Just sketch the shape out, cut it, and then mirror it for the other side, and you should be fine. Next up is making the dome. This would have been a lot more precise if I had duct tape, but I ran out. So we just had to rely on good old cling wrap. What you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wrap it around your head. Make sure you don't cover your nose, or at least give yourself enough room to breathe. This way you can make the helmet shape that you want and make sure it fits around your head. So I just needed the helmet shape. This ended up like a medieval helmet. I then cut the shape out and spread it so it was flat on the mat. It ended up flaring up at the back, so you can just figure out how to resize it as you go along. Just cut that shape out, mirror it so the other side is also as precise. Then once you're ready, you can apply contact cement to all of the surfaces that you want to glue together. Make sure you apply it to both sides. And then you leave it for a few minutes, then you heat it up until the texture is nice and dry. And once it's dry, you're now ready to shape your piece as well as stick it together. To get the dome shape, just roll it along your table, roll it, push it together until you get that rounded shape which we're looking for. After that, you glue the 2 sides down, make sure they're stuck together, there's no awkward edges, keep heating if there are. And that's the base helmet done. Unfortunately, it looks more like a Cobra helmet, so we still have to reshape that. First by sticking the front face mask to it, using more contact cement, and then cutting out any excess along the cheek lines. Once that was done, I then glued the earpieces, and then I realized that one way to tighten the helmet, because it was a bit too loose, it was rattling about, was to cut along the top of both of the earpieces and then push it in. That way the ear layer was connected to the base helmet. Now to make it even more like the Snake Eyes helmet from the movie, you then add the 2 side strips on top of the headpiece. You basically just make craft foam strips that are long enough to go from the edge of the top part all the way down the back of the helmet. You do that on both sides, make it sort of a V shape, and then you finish off with the center strip at the middle. Just make sure none of that goes past the eye area and you should be fine. This is the easiest part, but this is the part that makes it the most convincing. Once that's done, you then make the visor, which is another strip of craft foam, which you mirror on both sides. You then cut 3 lines, which are basically your eye holes, as well as 6 smaller dots along the side for highlighting. You then carve out your additional lines to get more texturing out of it, and then that's the visor done. In order to get it onto the helmet though, and also be able to use it to go up and down, I cut out small nubs of hot glue, which I then drilled into the helmet using a pencil and then cut out using the cutter. You just shove those into the side, and then that's basically where your helmet's going to accept the visor. You stick the helmet end in, but do not stick the visor end in. That way, in case of emergencies, you can just take it off. To finish off, it was then time to go outside and paint the thing. This is a fairly simple job because you only need primer black spray paint as well as clear coat, which would give it the shine that it needs. Once again, don't spray under direct sunlight or it's gonna bubble. Spray as far away as you can and use even strokes. Don't be afraid to use multiple coats and then come back for it after half an hour to an hour and a half. Once I hit it with clear coat, then the base was basically done. The only thing left was to put sort of a mesh layer to hide my eyes. It would have been easier if I had, well, mesh material. So unfortunately, I had to resort to using this fabric which came with my laptop because it was relatively see-through. Is it safe for the cons? I wouldn't know, but well, I can see in it, I just can't see any details. Seeing as I'm just wearing this at home, there's absolutely no problem with it. I can see just fine. With the helmet done, that's basically the entire Snake Eyes cosplay. This design is based on his traditional appearance in the action figures, so it's a cross between Commando Snake Eyes and Ninja Snake Eyes. I really enjoyed making it. It was an easy cosplay to do. I can do all sorts of action and poses with it, so I'm very happy with how it turned out. Leave it in the comments below if you want to see me make any more G.I.Joe cosplays or if you've made your own. And that was my classic Snake Eyes cosplay, which I made just in time for Snake Eyes G.I.Joe Origins. If you like my content and want to see more of it, please make sure to leave a like, comment, definitely subscribe to my channel. Until next time, props to you and costumes too. Peace.